there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is patio. You know, like the place you go to hang out at your house when it's nice outside? If you'd like to know why patio is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes! Today we're playing a game called This World Unknown. I know that it is an otome game, I think. It's a visual novel type thing. You know I love those. And I hope that you love them, or else you probably wouldn't be here. So, we're just gonna go. She has a nurse hat on. You can't tell, but she has a nurse hat on. It kind of seems like it's medieval-y. So, we're just gonna see. Ria. Okay. And there's no voice acting, so it's all me today. Got it. Luca, do you know when you're coming back? I'm afraid I can't say. I don't know when this war is supposed to end. Nobody does. It's been years already, but nothing seems to have ever changed. They always need new men to fight. I know that, but... Ria, please, don't cry. Not for me. I'm sorry. I'm being selfish, aren't I? Even though I said I wouldn't. It happened before I even realized it. Silly. I guess I must be crying like that, even though I think you're doing the right thing. Even though I want you to. But when I stop and think about it, Listen, Ria, don't worry. I'll see you again. I'll definitely see you again. I'll come back, whether it takes months or years. You promise? Of course I promise. April 21st. Okay. Is this a real picture? I open my eyes hesitantly, and the new day rushes forward to greet me. Sunlight streams in through the open window, engulfing my vision and making me wince. Ow. I blink away the white spots that bloom in front of my eyes like mushrooms. Like mushrooms? It takes a little while longer than usual. Why do I feel so groggy this morning? I sigh, holding a hand to my head. My hair's all messy. I must have been tossing and turning in my sleep again. I had another dream last night, a dream about him. I can still remember that day perfectly, down to the last detail. How loud and excitable the crowds were, with their paper streamers and colorful banners held aloft in the wind. The way the white clouds drifted along in the pale blue sky like boats across the water. My hair, which was tied up in braids, slightly crooked, one just a bit thicker than the other. Luca's smile, and how it trembled when he tried to comfort me, the way he turned his head to one side to hide his expression so I wouldn't see, but I still knew. He was scared. He tried not to show it, but I could tell. It's been almost a year now. I wonder how he is. I wonder if he's still alive. Luca. Numb. No, I'm not. I don't know, this is kind of cringy. Ew. Medium rare. Still slightly bloody. I can almost smell it. Lying in the bed beside me, her blanket rolled up around her legs, is Claire. Her arms are wrapped around her pillow, and she's gnawing on it like it's a juicy steak. Maybe in her dreams it is. The dreams of maidens are pure things, I guess. I shouldn't intrude. Still, I wonder how many pillows she goes through in a month with those sharp teeth of hers. Claire's always been a restless sleeper. She even walks around in her sleep sometimes, though she hasn't done that for a few months. I'm kind of happy about that. Seeing somebody else stumble around, eyes closed, like some kind of zombie is pretty unnerving, even if it is only Claire. No, come back! Don't go! I want to eat you! Don't leave me alone like this! I guess she still talks in her sleep, though. Now, I wonder what she could possibly be dreaming about. I shake my head, trying to drive any Luca-related thoughts from my mind. What's the point in making myself miserable about something I can't change? I can't afford to spend time moping. I have work to do. Alright, Ria, let's go. You can do this. I slap my cheeks with the palm of both hands, trying to psych myself up. Ow. It stings more than I expected. Maybe I hit myself a little too hard there. What? Claire and I sit in the kitchen, surrounded by the chatter of our fellow nurses. As per usual, they don't pay much attention to us. Steffi gives me a sleepy smile, and Marie wishes me a good morning, but that's about it. I wonder if they keep their distance because Claire and I are the youngest nurses here. I don't really mind, though. That just means Claire and I can talk together uninterrupted. Ugh, this stuff always tastes so bitter. Do you think? I frowned, taking another sip of my knotweed tea. No, it's the same knotweed tea as always, fairly mild, with hardly any flavor. If I had any complaints about this drink, it certainly wouldn't be that it's too bitter. Mine's just fine. But mine isn't. Mine never is. Maybe we have different tastes? No way. I bet Valley's trying to make me sick. Jerk. Why would Dr. Valerian try to make you sick? I don't know. Normal humans like myself can't understand how that monster thinks. I know he can be quite stern, but you don't need to go that far. I bet he's punishing me because I'm always the last one to wake up. He's giving me the super bitter brew to teach me a lesson. I know it. Well, you do look a little more awake than you did 5 minutes ago. This is discrimination. I'm totally gonna complain. Who are you going to complain to? I don't know. One of the saints. Aren't they meant to strike down bad men who do mean things to cute girls? I don't recall any bits about that in the scriptures myself. Then they need rewriting. Who, if not the saints, will protect us cute girls? It's so unfair. So saying, Claire lets her head fall against the tabletop with a thud. Ugh. Everyone looks like a chibi. Now then, is that complaining I hear, and this early in the morning? Could that by any chance be you, Claire? Ugh. Don't ugh me, young lady. Oh, I'm sorry. Blech. That isn't much better. Dr. Valerian looks pristine as always. His outfit is spotless, his shirt perfectly white, the collar stiff and starched. The only strange thing about his appearance would be the heavy bags under his eyes. I've always thought those prominent bags, combined with his pasty skin, make him look like a corpse. Not that I've said this to his face. I do have some common sense. Maybe he hasn't been getting enough sleep lately. Running a hospital, even a small one like this, must be quite stressful. And that's before you consider some of the more troublesome patients. And aren't you going to turn your head when I address you? It's rude to keep staring at the table. Don't wanna. Why not? The table doesn't mind being stared at. It's not complaining. But I am. But you complain about everything. Because my nurses are so argumentative. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Doing what? Counting these marks on the table. It's real interesting. Much more interesting than you. I see. And why haven't you drunk your knotweed tea? I did drink it. Some of it. But it tastes gross. Why do we have to drink it every single day? Because we work at a hospital filled with ill people. If you don't drink your knotweed tea in the morning, your body will become more susceptible to illness. You don't want to get sick, do you? No, but... Then finish your tea. The last thing I want is for you to contract smallpox. You worry about me that much, huh? Hardly. It'd just be a pain, that's all. A pain? I'm running a hospital here. I'm meant to take care of my patients, not my nurses. They should be smart enough to look after themselves. Honestly, sometimes I feel more like a babysitter than a doctor. Man. Claire groans, pushing herself up from her table. You jerk. You didn't have to say it like that. But it's the only way to make you listen. You have to be cruel to be kind. But in your case, you just like being cruel. Perhaps, but it's a well-known fact that bullies are the best at getting things done. What? Without tyrants, our country would have been conquered centuries ago. Yeah, you flatter yourself too much, old man. Somebody has to. None of my nurses will do it for me. That's 'cause you're a jerk. Nobody likes a jerk, Valley. Only women with certain specific interests, if you catch my drift. Clear. What? It's true, isn't it? I have no idea what you're talking about. Now hurry up and drink your tea. We haven't got all day. Aye, whatever you say, Captain. With a salute, Claire picks up her mug of tea and drinks, downing the rest in one. When she slams the mug back on the table, it's with an exaggerated grimace. There. Done. Good job. Do you want me to applaud? I don't know why you're offering. You wouldn't do it even if I asked. How unusually perceptive of you. The air is infused with the scent of incense and decay, sandalwood mixed with dust. I shift slightly, my knees scraping against the floor. My eyes closed, hands clasped together at my front, I pray. I worry that in this harsh and unforgiving world, I'll never run out of things or people to pray for. The success of our harvest this year, patients back at the hospital, our soldiers away from home, defending the borders of our country. And him, too. The one who's never far from my mind, no matter what I'm doing. Luca. How is he? Is he alright? I want to know. I need to know. I wish there was some way for me to find out, but short of divine intervention, that's not possible. Information travels slowly around here. It takes weeks for news to reach our tiny village, out in the middle of nowhere, and by the time it does arrive, it's already weeks out of date. All the news we receive, if we receive it at all, is old news, filtered through the mouths of so many different people that it's completely unreliable. I wish I could help you, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything other than pray. Will my voice reach you, wherever you are? Will it deliver you back home? I can only hope. Okay. Greetings, Ria. It is always a pleasure to see you here. It's so early in the morning, too. Huh? My head snaps upward, my eyes widening in surprise. Oh, it's an angel. Just kidding, it's a girl. It's just you, Celine. I'm sorry if I startled you. I didn't mean to disrupt your prayers. Oh, no, it's alright. You don't need to worry. I was just ready to leave anyway. The moment my mind wanders onto the subject of Luca is a good indication that I need something to distract me. Thinking about him only makes me unhappy. You're too kind. You can just tell me if I'm getting in your way. I won't be upset. No, it really is fine. I enjoy your company. Besides, I could never tell a priestess to get out of my way. That would be sacrilege. So you say, but... Celine sways from side to side, her wings fluttering anxiously. I don't know if I feel much like a priestess. I just annoy people. Well, you've only been doing it for a week. Nobody's good at anything in the very beginning. You can do it. I hope so, for the sake of my father. Father would be rolling around in his grave if he knew how useless I am. Ah, but Celine. What is it? Your dad, well, your dad is still alive, you know? Huh? He isn't in his grave yet, so he couldn't possibly roll around in it. Are you sure? Quite sure. Is that how it is? That's how it is. Oh. What is happening? I mean, it wasn't as though I was wishing my own father into an early grave or anything. I'm not that much of an ungrateful daughter, really. It's just, he's been in the hospital for so long, and when I went to see him last time, he got mad at me and said if I had enough time to waste with a dying old man, then I wasn't taking my duties seriously enough. So, I haven't had the time to do much else other than stay here and light candles and conduct services and listen to bereaved villagers and play the organ, and it all got pretty busy and overwhelming, so I kind of forgot Father was still alive, even though I'm his daughter. How heartless can I be? Celine, I'm sure it'll be alright. No, it won't. I don't even deserve to live anymore. There. I'm sure it'll be fine. You just made a small mistake. An honest mistake. You definitely won't be punished for it. But... Look, Celine, if you pray for forgiveness from Saint Agnes, no harm will be done. It'll be fine. It will be fine? Yes, I promise. Very well, then. Good luck, Celine. This girl... She's supposed to be a priestess, a source of tranquility to help soothe us villagers, but she can be quite stressful to deal with sometimes. Saint Agnes, please forgive me, for I have strayed. I have wished death upon my own father, though I love him dearly. Tell me, how may my sin be forgiven? I always thought those stained glass depictions of the saints were a little creepy, with their dead eyes and slightly deformed facial features. Plus, they all looked far too tall. I guess the person who designed those windows, however many years ago, didn't understand human anatomy. The saints all look like praying mantises. Well, if the saints have to resemble insects, maybe the mantis is the best? This is a church, and they are praying mantises. Wait a minute. What in the world am I thinking, comparing a saint to a mantis? And in a house of God, too? The pun wasn't even good enough to make my brief moment of heresy worthwhile. I think I need to pray extra hard, too. Oh, crap. The bell jingles as I push open the door to the Sacred Heart Bakery. It's a cozy, small shop located in the middle of the village square, a few doors down from the apothecary. Oh, God. What did I do? Okay. The comforting aroma of baking bread hangs in the air. It helps dampen the sharp stench of hay, dung, and chicken as it drifts into the shop from the main street. Asa? Well, look who it is. Hey there, little lady. Ah, hello, Asa. Asa grins and sets a tray of freshly baked bread to one side. As he does so, Mirren, the owner of the Sacred Heart, walks forward to greet me. Hello, Rhea. It's a pleasure to see you, as always. The same to you, Mirren. And what brings you here today, Rhea? Running errands for the doctor? Yes, that's right. We need more supplies. Then you've come to the right place. The bread at the Sacred Heart Bakery is always fluffy and delicious, crusty on the outside, but warm and soft within, made with consideration, dedication, and just a little bit of love. Mirren, Rhea's a regular customer. She doesn't need to hear your business spiel every time she comes in. Silly me, I forgot. Ugh. What do you mean, ugh? Didn't you think I was cute? An old woman like you shouldn't be trying to act adorable. It's just not natural. And a cheeky boy like you shouldn't insult his seniors so blatantly. Not if he knows what's good for him. Was that a threat? Oh my, maybe it was. Who could say? But if you wake up tomorrow morning without any hair left on your pretty little head, it certainly won't be my fault. Of course not, you old hag. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Do these two even like each other? I wish somebody could explain Asa and Mirren's relationship to me, since I've never been able to figure it out. Anyway, can I have 10 loaves of freshly baked bread, please? Of course. I'll check on it right now. Just give me a moment. Still giggling, Mirren turns to leave. The numerous bits and pieces of jewelry threaded through her hair clink together as she moves, making her sound like a living, breathing wind chime. I don't hear wind chime. I hope this isn't a bother, asking for so much bread. We have a lot of mouths to feed. Not just the patients, but us nurses, too. It's no problem, Rhea. Anything for my favorite customer. You shouldn't say that. It's rude to the others. But isn't it only natural that, out of all the people I serve, I should end up with a favorite or two? I can guarantee, across the whole village, nay, the whole of Asland, nobody is as cute as you. Cute? I don't know. But I do. As a connoisseur of cute girls, I can state it with certainty. You're definitely the cutest, Rhea. Asa frowns, leaning against the counter. With his piercing green eyes and bright red hair, he really is eye-catching, perhaps even more so than the windows in the church. Seriously, though, are you alright? You have some killer bags under your eyes. You'll end up looking like the good doctor if you don't watch it. I'm fine. You sure? Been getting enough sleep? You haven't been thinking about him again, have you? Maybe a little. I can't help it. I can imagine. You always were such a mother hen. What does that mean? I mean, you fuss over people. Isn't that why you became a nurse? I suppose so. Maybe. I don't know. Necessity played a much bigger part in my current career than desire. The hospital was the only place in the village I could find that would take me in. It's not like I don't enjoy it, though. It's fulfilling work. At least it lets me feel useful. But don't worry too much about Luca, okay? I stiffen. I was trying so hard not to think about Luca. Having his name brought up so suddenly is painful. It stings more keenly than any cut. Asa... he's tough. Always has been. He can get by on his own, you know? So there's no need to fret. I know, but... we've had patients brought into the hospital before because of severe injuries. Attacked by demons, ambushed by bandits, or assaulted by wild animals. We don't often see patients who have been hurt in battle. The ongoing war against Eretsia takes place miles and miles away from our sleepy little village, up in northern towns and cities that border the sea. But it doesn't matter. I've seen enough people writhing in pain, their faces pale, brows flushed, to know just how deadly going for a stroll in the forest at night can be, let alone going off to fight an army of thousands. Some of our patients have to have limbs amputated. Some go blind. Some are bleeding on the inside. Some don't ever make it, even when it looks like they're about to recover. Working with so many sick people must be tough. No wonder you're starting to look peaky. Maybe a little, but I don't really mind it. I like being able to help. Even if it doesn't always work out, I still want to do my best. That's right. That's the spirit. Keep up your chin, little lady. I'm not a little lady. I'm a year older than you, Asa. A whole year. Sure doesn't look like it. You haven't grown an inch since you hit 13. That's none of your concern, you jerk. Besides, I have grown. I've just been growing normally. It's you who suddenly shot up 3 feet overnight. You're the truly weird one here. Am not. R2? Am not. R2? My, the atmosphere around here feels kind of nice all of a sudden. Don't mind us, Marin. This is just how Rhea and I flirt. Flirt? What do you mean flirt? I would never. Oh, that's nice. I always thought there was a spark between you two. Mm-hmm. A spark? Yes, kind of like, what was it? Like characters in a farce comedy. No, I don't think farce comedies are meant to be romantic. I can feel my face getting redder and redder. Who is this? Just skips scenes around? Shouldn't you be a little more careful? Careful? I don't know the meaning of the word. And that's precisely what I'm worried about. I don't want you to make it even worse. Nonsense. I'm fine. Just fine. You don't need to worry about me. I'm a hero. Well, if you're sure. Garrett's leg, though, still being supported by splints, looks a lot better than it did when he first came to the hospital. However, I'm not sure he should be walking around on it yet. Try telling that to Garrett, though. He refuses to sit still. When his leg hurts so much he can't walk, he finds things to do with his hands instead. He used to sit in bed folding hundreds upon hundreds of paper swans, a look of intense concentration on his face. He folded so many of those birds, it used to look like he was drowning under the combined weight of all their wings. I think I should be a bit firmer with him. Since I'm so lax, Dr. Valerian keeps getting mad at me. In fact, we had a conversation earlier that went like this. Now listen, Rhea, this has to stop. What has to stop? You humoring Garrett. If that young man does not recover, it will be your fault. You're being far too soft on him. Yes, Doctor. The moment he gets out of bed, you need to tell him no. He may have been a soldier a few weeks ago, but he's our patient now, and he has to listen to orders. Don't play along with his childish games. Games. Yes, Doctor. When he acts up, just ignore him. All he wants is attention. He's bored. I know how it is. Patients always get like that, especially when they're used to being active, but don't give in. You need to try harder. Yes, Doctor. Now get to work, and not a single word to Garrett. Give him an inch, and he'll take a mile. Yes, Doctor. Just thinking about it makes my skin prickle. Maybe Dr. Valerian acts distant and aloof on purpose. Maybe he's hoping to scare his patients into getting better, so they leave fast and never come back. Still, even if I do humor Garrett, I can't tell him to go back to bed. Not when he's trying so hard. Hey, Rhea. Yes? What's eating you? You're looking a little down. First Asa, now Garrett. Why do I keep worrying people? I'm fine, just a bit troubled. Troubled? Why? Did that crusty old doctor scold you again? A bit, but Dr. Valerian isn't that old, you know. He's only in his late 20s. He acts like he's about 200. He's always coming in here to examine my leg, treating me like a little kid, telling me to slow down and take better care of myself. Huh, what does he know? Well, he is a doctor. I know, but how can I sit around in a hospital when there's war going on? When our country's under attack? It just feels so wrong. I see your point, but I'm the great hero Garrett, you know? One silly little broken leg isn't going to stop me, no matter what the doctor says. Ha! Well, be careful, alright? If you're not, I'm the one who will get in trouble. I wonder what Dr. Valerian will do to me if he discovers Garrett's been walking around again. Maybe he'll dock my salary, or give me the dubious honor of bathing Celine's father, Sion. He's threatened me with worse before. Hey, don't fret. A knight will never, ever let a fair lady get hurt. I'll protect you from that tyrant. I need to start beating bad guys up again. I've been out of action for too long. That doctor will make for excellent target practice. I don't know if he'd like that. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve. Ah, of course. A true villain always does. But I'll triumph. I can do it. For the sake of love and justice. Just like Sir Byron. Love and justice? Yes, they're the two most important things in the world, right? Heh. Garrett smiles and runs a hand through his hair. He talks big, like a true hero, but Garrett's only 15, 2 years younger than me. What must it be like going into battle? I can't imagine it. Garrett's a soldier who's seen the battlefield, but he didn't break his leg during a skirmish. Apparently, he was marching to the capital with a group of men to give a report about the status of the war when their company was attacked by a pack of wild animals. Garrett said he broke his leg during an encounter with a wolf. He wasn't able to keep up with the rest of the men after that, and he was slowing them down, so they took him to the nearest hospital to recover. Naturally, they didn't wait for him to get better. But Garrett doesn't let that dampen his spirits. I've got to keep going. The borders of our kingdom aren't safe without me there to defend them. I believe in you. You'll be up and at 'em in no time. That's right. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Rhea. You're a lot nicer than some people. Like that old doctor, for instance. You're the only one on my side in this place. The only one I can count on. Oh, no, that's not... I'm just... unprofessional. Who's being unprofessional? Dr. Valerian? Dr. Valerian? That is indeed my name. I'm flattered you were able to remember it. Rhea, why haven't you finished making the beds? You've been in here for half an hour. That's ample time, isn't it? Yes, Doctor, I apologize. Did you get caught up talking to Garrett? Was he distracting you? Hey, I wasn't distracting her, old man. I was talking to her. I was getting so bored lying in bed I thought I was going to go crazy. Is that so? Yeah. Isn't that part of a nurse's job? To tend to the mental health of her patients as well as the physical? If it weren't for Rhea, I would have gnawed off my own arm right now. By now. Is it not part of a nurse's job to get caught up with idle chit-chat? No. That is not what I'm paying her for. Well... And I'm no fool, Garrett. I know you weren't in bed. I could hear you shuffling around, dragging that broken leg behind you from a mile away. Foiled again. Now, despite what you may think, I'm not a cool person. I'm simply an officious one. Officious? Is that like awful? Are you trying to show off by using these long words? Because I have a surprise for you. I'm not a moron. I know what officious means, too. Huh? Is officious actually a really common word? No. Am I the only one here who doesn't know what it means? Wait a second. Does that make me a moron? What? Good. I'm happy that you have such an extensive vocabulary for a brat. I'm simply trying to tell you that I have a hospital to run. You are not the only sick person in the world. There is a war going on, as you should be aware. Of course I'm aware. I was actually there, which is more than can be said for you. Then you should know that many hospitals do not have the time nor the resources to look after patients who selfishly refuse to listen to the advice of their doctors. You should be more thankful. If you keep walking on that leg in its current condition, you will only make it worse. You will have to stay in the hospital longer, and then you will be a further drain on our funds. You're making yourself a burden, both upon our finite resources and my patients. I just need to get better quicker. I don't want to be lying in bed for weeks and weeks. It feels like such a waste. I am well aware, but ignoring my advice is not the way to achieve a speedy recovery. Please keep this in mind the next time you feel like playing hero. Dr. Valerian turns to face me, affixing me with a frosty stare. I start to panic. What does he want? Is it something about my uniform? Are my socks uneven? Do I need to shine my shoes? Or is it my hair? Rhea. Yes? I would advise you not to get too attached to this foolish boy. Hey, I'm not a boy. I'm a grown man. Because, should he start listening to my advice, he may not be here for much longer. I think his leg is starting to get better, despite his constant attempts to sabotage his own recovery. Huh? You don't mean... That's right. Within a month, you should be... What's the phrase you like to use so much? Up and at them, just like before. Sorry, Rhea. My apologies. But don't get too attached to Loverboy here. Like everything else in this world, it isn't going to last. Dr. Valerian leaves the room. His footfalls mirror the rapid beating in my own heart. Why does he always tease me like that? What is it? You got scolded by Valley. How do you know about that? Oh, I have my ways. I know everything that happens in this place. I should have known. Claire's always been crafty like a fox. Still, it makes for a nice change. I get tired of him picking on me all the time. I don't know if he picks on you. He just looks out for you, I think. I don't know. I think he's just a control freak. Why does he always get on my case about drinking that stupid knotweed tea? I'm sure if I skipped it for one day, I wouldn't drop down dead. I'm far too tough for that. He's just worried about you, but he's kind of bad at expressing it, maybe? You mean he's cold and hard on the outside, but warm and squishy on the inside? I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe something like that? Without the squishy part. I don't think Dr. Valerian could be squishy, even if he turned into a slime. He's the most unsquishy person I've ever met. Well, it could be worse. I could be like poor Celine. I feel sorry for her, having Nat as a father. I know this is going to sound harsh, but I'm actually kind of glad he's sick. Claire, how could you say something like that? As a nurse, you're meant to make him better. I know, but if anyone deserves to be severely ill, it's that guy. He's always been a jerk. Maybe a near-death experience will teach him a lesson. Claire sighs. In the dark, I see her reaching to the top of her head, patting the 2 small bumps that protrude from her skull. Those 2 bumps are tiny enough to be covered by her nurse's cap when she's working, but they're plainly visible when she takes it off at night. I think they look kinda cute, like the horns of a cow, but Claire's always been self-conscious about them. Given the attitude of our fellow villagers, I can understand why. Celine's dad hates Claire because of those horns. He's convinced that she's some kind of demon, and he's never allowed her to enter the church. People whisper things about her in the village, and her mere presence at our hospital gives us a shady reputation. All because of 2 bumps on the top of her head you can't even see most of the time. If Dr. Valerian weren't so good at his job, I doubt people would come to our hospital. The villagers don't like Dr. Valerian that much either. Unlike their persecution of Claire, which seems illogical to me, this attitude is one I can understand all too well. Dr. Valerian doesn't try very hard to endear himself to other people. Or at all. I'd find this attitude kind of oppressive if he wasn't so scary. Well, I can't argue with that, but Sion's very respected, and Celine loves him a lot. He must have some good points. I'm sure even the Isha mass murderer has some good points, but they're kind of irrelevant since he kidnapped and tortured all those prostitutes. True. That old man's only respected because of his wings. That's all. It's not like he's done anything to earn that respect. He was just born that way. Don't you think that's unfair? Life is unfair, I suppose. You're telling me. Claire sighs, giving the small horns on her head another prod. Guess I should count my lucky stars I work for a guy like Valley. He's kind of an ass, but he's pretty decent deep down. I hate drinking that knotweed tea, though. It makes me want to throw up. Feeding someone something like that every day is literally the same as torture. I really don't think it tastes that bad myself. 'Cause you're probably getting a weaker dose. He's sweet on you, Rhea. Sweet? Yeah, even when he scolds you, it's clear he doesn't mean it. I think he likes you. Huh? Why would he like me? I don't know. You should ask Valley. Maybe he thinks you're cute? No way. That's impossible. Poor Valley's attention is wasted on you, Rhea. You're so clueless. Such a pure girl, it hurts. But I don't want his attention. He only pays attention to me when he's scolding me. It must be because I'm so clumsy. Nah, it isn't. I already said it's because he likes you. You really are impossible. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like me at all. Oi, will you 2 keep it down? Some of us have work to do tomorrow, you know? Be quiet, we're trying to sleep. Aw, I'm sorry. You better be. I wish I were a turtle. Then I could slide my head down into my shell and be free from all these pointed stairs. At least I have my duvet to hide under. I'm not saying that. My spirits sink even deeper with every single kya. Just what is Claire thinking? I don't know if I want to find out. April 22nd. Peacing out. I'm good. I maybe will play this game again in the future if anybody wants me to. Otherwise, I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep going on different games, not this game. I don't know, the chibi aspect, the dialogue's kind of awkward. I'm not really feeling it, and that's fine. I hope you had fun, because I had fun, and I will see you later. Also, please like and subscribe because it would mean a lot to me.